Hello there again, everybody, and welcome. This is part 13 of our Polar Lights 1/350 scale Enterprise refit buildup. Well, 13 is usually an unlucky number, but today we got pretty lucky. If you guys remember my last video, I showed you the disaster with these Aztec masks, and I've been going back and working with them now, and you can see, I'll show you how this is turning out. Hopefully you can see this in the light here. These are turning out beautifully now. I'm not having any problem at all. What I'm doing is I'm doing about 3 or 4 panels at a time, and I'm just spraying the model down with a little bit of water, and then I'm applying water on the back side of the decals. No soap this time. I'm thinking that maybe that soap actually activated that stuff too much and made it even more sticky once they dried. So then as soon as I finish placing the decals, mask off the surrounding area and spray it real quick, and then dry my paint with just a touch of heat, and then I'll come back and start pulling the masks off by hand, and they're coming right off right away before they get a chance to get really bonded on there. So I'm making really good progress now. I had to go back and repaint this area here that I had done before, because I'm learning as I go on this pearl that I had it way too dark. So I'm going to be coming back and putting the stripes back on with that, and I'll just be spraying that on real lightly so it matches the rest of this pattern here. It just was too dark and was not matching the rest of it. You can see we got all those beautiful panel lines on there and everything, and there are some other colors that are going to go in this once I get it all laid on here. There'll be some reds and some aqua green colors that go in there too in the pearl, so that's really going to be neat. And you can see I'm starting to work on some of these other areas here too, and I'm just really pleased with it now that everything's going well. So thanks for all the comments and everything, guys, and the support. It was really a disaster, and I was really bummed after that last one, but things are back on track now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up and get some things going for you electronic wise. I've got the Tenacontrols deflector dish set up, and I'm going to set that up, and we're going to do a nice demo of that and show you how it works, and we're going to show you how our deflector dish is going to look on this kit. So I'll be right back as soon as I get that set up. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, well, I'm back and set up now on the bench. I've got my Tenacontrols deflector dish board wired up and ready to go. I just thought I'd show you a little bit about it here. Here on the instruction sheet that's included, you can see that they tell you how to wire up the bulb first. This is a bipolar LED that has both blue and amber. You can see that there's 3 terminals coming off of it, one for the amber color, one for the blue, and a common ground in the center. So it's really easy to wire that up. And a little down further, you see that they have instructions on how to mount it in the deflector dish housing. And on the second page here, we have a picture of the board and the wiring schematic. There are 7 connections total, so it's not very difficult to connect it up. You've got your momentary push button switch, you've got your 9-volt battery coming in, and you've got your LED connecting to it. So they're clearly marked and very easy. It only took me about 10 or 15 minutes to wire the whole thing up. And then down here further, they talk about the warranty and everything. One of the reasons I really like Tenacontrols is that they offer a 5-year warranty with all their boards and everything, so it's just really good, high quality stuff. And that's good insurance to have. Over here you can see I have everything set up. Here's the board itself, and everything's been connected to that. Like I said, real easy to hook it up and solder. You can see how small it is here. Here's my hand next to it, and here you've got your push button switch, which is not an off and on switch. You just basically hold it for a second, let go of it, and it activates it. One more time it changes colors, and one more time it turns it back off. I've got it hooked up to a 9-volt battery, and here's my deflector dish all set up and ready to go. So let me show you how this works. Before I turn it on, I'll explain that the camera is going to be a little tricky here, because you're going to see like a flickering effect when it first comes on, and it's the camera that's doing that. The unit itself works perfectly smooth in person, but here we go. You'll see the amber come on first, and I'm really happy with how that looks. That's just the way I painted the dish and everything, with the hot spot in the middle and slowly spreading out there. The camera is way overexposing it too, as usual, and it really overexposes it on the blue when I hit that next, but I'm really pleased. I have to put the photo etch detail piece around the edge to get those nice little detail grid work around the edges there, so we'll do that a little bit later. Okay, here we're going to go with the blue now. One more push on the button, and then the blue comes in. Let's see if I can get away from it a little bit here, if it'll... Yeah, it's just really overexposing it on the camera like I thought, but And again, you're seeing that flickering and everything. That it doesn't happen in person. It's just perfectly smooth. And then one more push of the button, and off she goes. Okay, I'm going to do this once more with the lights out and show you that. Here we go with the amber again. You can see how nice that's going to look. It's really, really going to be beautiful. And then we're going to go to the blue. I really love how smooth that transitions from one to the other. That is just fantastic. So that is really awesome, and very happy with it. So I think everything's going to work out pretty nice on the deflector dish. One more push and it goes off. And that's it. So yeah, this board's, I think it's right around, I can't remember what I paid for it now. I'd have to go back and look it up, but it's not that expensive. And I've also got the navigation and strobe light board from them. I was going to use their all-in-one board, which I actually bought earlier, but since I'm not going to use the landing bay approach lights anymore, and I'm going to do my own thing on that shuttle bay, I won't need that, so I went ahead and ordered their 1000B nav and strobe light board, which I'll show you that one again here in a little while, and their photon launcher board with sound effects. So we're going to have a really neat electronics setup in this, and I'll show you that probably in the next couple of videos, or maybe the next one. We're going to get into a lot of the assembly work here now, and the next video I'll be working on starting to put some of the stuff together, and I'll be finishing up. I should have a lot of the Aztec work done on the saucer by then too. It's going along really well, like I said. So okay guys, well that's going to be a wrap on this one. I hope you guys are having fun building models like usual, and we'll catch up with you a little later. Until then, happy modeling everyone.